All right, guys, you've heard it before, but we've got a super rare piece here again. This is Upscope by Grand Products, 1986. This is the only one I think I've ever seen. Maybe I've seen another one and I just don't remember, but I don't even remember where I got this thing. I've had it so long. It's clearly not in mint condition because it's missing this the original marquee. Unfortunately, somebody made a little homemade one, which I personally have a lot of affection for. I like homemade marquees. I just think they're hilarious. But I wish it had the original. It also has some cabinet damage right down here. That's your biggest problem, and it looks like some rust on the bottom of the coin door. Top coin door's good. Really good shape, really clean and nice with good coin mechs. It's really in pretty good shape and fully working, by the way, which I also think is nice. The side art is in amazing condition. Cabinet's nice and solid even on the bottom, even despite this problem here in front. Who knows? Maybe it was sitting in a warehouse where there was a puddle over there. I don't know what the deal is. It didn't happen on my watch. That's the way I got it. Got the original back door with the original key. Here it is inside. It's got one of those interesting, like, I want to say that's like an Amiga power supply from the old Amiga computer. Kind of like American Laser Games used those, I think, in their games. In fact, I wonder if this is related to American Laser Games just because of the way this board looks. Man, it just reminds me of the way those American Laser Games boards look inside. I just realized this still has that NiCad battery on it, but it looks nice and clean, thankfully. It hasn't started leaking acid. But you're probably going to want to deal with that. Yeah, and I think that American Laser Games...
I don't know, because I don't know.
Sorry, Trump just started. I was watching the Trump interview.
What it, I can say this.
Stop. Okay, sorry about that. He was just on Tucker. I had to see it. Yeah, look at that. It is a Commodore power supply. It says Commodore right on it. But, and the interesting thing is that it looks like a Midway power brick. So this was, oh, and by the way, I apologize for the mouse turds in there. I'm in a warehouse that I don't have a vacuum in. So those are super easy to vacuum with a shop vac. But I don't have it here. Story of my life. I process games in 3 different buildings, and I'm constantly moving tools from one building to another, and I can't always get what I need in the right building. But this little display that lights up here is interesting. That is actually something that superimposes a little target on your view here. It's kind of like Battlezone where you got this little scope, and when that thing lights up, it superimposes a red target thing like you would see on a real submarine probably over the over what you're looking at on the monitor to show where your depth charge, your torpedo is going to go. So kind of cool the way they did that. And I should, well, you're going to need to, when you get it, take this front off and clean in here. I did not clean inside here, so it's a little bit cloudy looking through there. It just needs to be taken apart and Windexed real good. But I did Windex off the monitor. It's nice and clean, as you can see. It's got a perfect picture. Monitor just has a gorgeous picture. It's a Wells 7000, I believe. Everything works on the game except the potentiometer for turning your aim works, but it's just like an old potentiometer that really either needs sprayed with contact cleaner or it needs replaced. I'm sure it's a 5K standard pot you can get for $2 on Mouser, or for $20 if you want the really good ones. Here we'll put a credit on it so you can hear it working. Okay. So there it tells you, let me zoom in a little here, see if this works. Okay, I'll look through the side window here. Let's zoom out so you can see. Okay, and then I'll play in here. So you can see how it kind of jumps around a little when I turn this. I mean, it is turning it back and forth. It just kind of jumps, unfortunately. And then when I hit the fire button...
Enemy right.
Yeah, it's jumping around because that pot is dirty. It's very similar to Seawolf, it looks like. Even the new Seawolf.
Enemy left.
But as you can see, it's fully working. And should be a fun little project. Just doesn't need very much. I kind of hate to get rid of it because it's so rare and I could really use it in my arcade museum, but I've got so many games that I've decided that anything that is cosmetically rough, I'll just move on because I need to find some way to eliminate some things. There's the title screen, upscope. And it's got a high score table there. Or no, that's just telling you what different ships are worth. Wow, look at that. There's like 14 different kinds of ship. Oh, and you get different points depending on whether you get a center hit or whether it takes you 1 hit or 2 hits to blow it up. That's cool. Just like real life. Oh yeah, and there's some instructions. Ooh, Jeff would like that. Wow. 2 sets of instructions. I wonder, I'll bet you could count on one hand the number of times those instructions have actually been read by anyone. I'm not even going to read them. Man, they look complicated. Look at those instructions.
Well, I can tell you that if I ever played this, they would have been read by me.
All right, Jeff reads instructions. All right, thanks for watching, guys.